another episode of Real Talk with Sia people. Yeah, no other person than your guy, your brother, Tony Cloud Gunner TV. Yeah, after I finished my watch long that I had, of course, between Arsenal and Leeds United, I just had to run up, for some games I had. So that's why I didn't come up with a couple of follow-up shows, after that time. But see ya, people, yeah, came back from work and I'm back. I had to cancel a game today because I'm feeling it a bit, tired. So I just wanted to take a rest. But that rest means that I'm gonna be doing lots of shows today. I have this one that I'm doing right now with you guys. I'll be having the one. I'll be having Angry Goonies with my brother later today, 5 p.m. UK time, with the Waffle Don himself. People, you guys know the Waffle Don, yeah. I'll be having a show with him. That should be around. I think that should be like. I think that should be like 4 p.m. UK time. But I'll get you guys the timing. And I'll be doing the watch along this evening because people, we have to do a hate along, yeah, because Arsenal go to Liverpool next week, and after next week, it's the you know is the it's the holidays, so it's the international break. So we really, really, really need to get something out of that game next week. But see, yeah, people, yeah, where when this week, Liverpool looming this week. Let's see what happens. Big ups to Red RD. Big ups. It says big up broski. Big ups to Red RD. Red RD, how you doing, my brother, man? Champions League. People, me and RD. I don't know if RD wants to do his Champions League watch along exclusively with Josh. I don't know because he told me that he wants to do more on his channel too. So, and I like it too. So I'm gonna be everywhere. It's very, very possible that I might be on Red RD's channel and go there and show him some love and do some watch alongs with him. But I'll also be doing with Josh too, who's also my friend. Definitely exclusively, so we can actually work things out, me, him, and Josh. But we will be there. Three of us, we will be there. People, you can see people, yeah. You can see the theme of today, yeah. Simple. Let me gloat, people. After that Leeds game, people, there's so much I have to bring to you today. Godfrey just walked in, people. Godfrey is part of my moderation team, people. Yeah, Godfrey, brother. Did you see what happened last weekend? People, I'm gonna be doing a gloat party where we're gonna be talking about, and you know what, yeah, people, I want this to be as interactive as possible. I want you guys to interact in the charts with me, mostly about that game and about some other things actually coming up with the Arsenal. I think someone is actually giving me a call, but gonna decline basically. But see, people, yeah, smash the like button if you're down here. Just smash the like button, and let's get on with it. Today, what are we looking at? Let me gloat. That would be a look into our matchup against Leeds. See, people, Arsenal pound Leeds by 5 goals to 0 at the Emirates, people. That aside, people, Arsenal is linked. People, we are linked to yet another. Oh, my days, people. At this point, you just really have to have mercy. Have mercy on Tottenham Hotspurs. See, people, yeah. We're making Tottenham Hotspurs, yeah. We're making them lick their wounds. We're showing Tottenham that we're the bigger brother, at not London, and they have to follow our lead. Arsenal is in for Hinkapie. Hinkapie, people. Hinkapie. People, he plays for Bayern Leverkusen. Let's see. I have some information about him. And definitely, we'll talk all about it. People, aside from that, we also have news about Bukayo Saka's injury and Odegaard's injury. Of course, that happened to both of them last weekend. So we'll be looking into that and we'll be having an interactive discussion about it. And finally, Victor Gyokeres speaks directly to his enemies and his ops. I mean, people, his celebration, during the weekend where he did his normal, his normal Bane celebration, and people, he also, his hair, people, he swabbed his hair, people, he swabbed it, yeah, he swabbed it, and that's a swipe, yeah, at the enemies. People were so, rival fans, yeah, people, yeah, were so mean to Victor Gyokeres. Even some Arsenal fans, people. See, my brother Wilson have just walked into the chart. He just strolled in, people. You need to see what Wilson Uwene, his name down here. You can search for him on Instagram too. People, also subscribe to Godfrey is down here, my moderator is down here too. Wilson does some certain form of analysis of some of the games on Instagram. People go check him out. He's a great guy and he's been my friend since I started this channel. So big ups to you people. And Wilson, it's a nice contribution in the charts. See, people, yeah, lots and lots of talks today. Yeah, people, Gyokeres, taunts his enemies, people. We'll talk about all of that today. Paul Forward Blue News just walked into the chat as if nothing, as if he has no care in the world. Big up to Paul Forward Blue Nose. Paul Forward, I hope you loved what Arsenal did last weekend to Leeds. See here, people, yeah. We just have to talk about it, people. We just have to talk about it. Let's go through the charts. Red RD says, big up, broski. Godfrey says, Tony, big up, legend. Hope you're good. I'm good, Godfrey. I'm good. Back from work. And I just wanted to talk to you guys, today. I'll be having a couple of shows, almost up to 3 shows today. I have one with Waffle Done coming up 5 p.m. I have another show coming up this night. I'll be doing the watch along. It's because I want Liverpool to kind of like mess things up at St. James Park today. So we'll be doing a hate along today. Godfrey says, please smash the likes. People, if you just come into the channel, smash the likes and subscribe to the channel. This is an Arsenal fan channel. So, of course, we're going to talk about everything about Arsenal football. People, let's just talk about Arsenal Leeds, people. Arsenal Leeds. Godfrey says, Hinkapie, incoming, people. Hinkapie. People, yeah, Arsenal is moving mad. What the heck is wrong with Andre Berta? You know what, people, yeah? Let's just leave the lead stuff. We'll talk about that, later on, and let's leave the gloat for the second topic. What is really going on with Andre Berta? This man doesn't seem to slow up whatsoever. And then you have to ask yourself the question, what was Edu actually doing in this football club? Because I thought Edu told us that without us making sales, we can't get people in. We have to balance sales with incomings. He said a lot of that. He said that we should be excited, but he led us to faulty, he led us to faulty back-to-back challenges for the title, and he failed. But for some reason, Andre Berta comes in this season, yeah, and just look at the track record, people. I mean, sometimes you just have to big up to Latvian Goon. He just walked in. William Holmes, my guy, my brother, he just walked in into the charts. See ya, people. Slap up the likes. Latvian Goon is here. Wilson is still down here. You know, Godfrey is still down here. People, let's interact. Let's talk. Someone has something huge down there. Wilson says it's a huge blow that Saka and Odegaard are injured, though. But I still feel that we have got enough cover in those attacking areas. To be honest, really, do we really have enough backup? We'll be talking all about that later on. Let's first get to Andre Berta and this Hinkapie guy that we've been linked to. Spider-Man 44 says, bro, I know you're an Arsenal fan, but what do you think of Chelsea? See ya, people. Chelsea just won the World, the World Club Cup, and I think Chelsea is, they're up there. But Chelsea as a football club right now, I think they still need a little bit of fine tuning to go, to go head to head. For the title this season. The players still need to play together, But again, they signed great players this season, I still like Yao, they still have good players. Dilap is also good too. Estavio, another great player too. So, but again, that team needs to play together. You can't compare that team with the Arsenal team in the league per se that have actually played together for longer years with the same manager. Those type of things actually come back to haunt teams. But again, Chelsea looks good, but let's see what happens. They won over the weekend, pounding West Ham, people. West Ham is mud, people. West Ham is fully mudded. See, people, yeah. Red RD is done. It says, yeah, bro, I can certainly make it happen. I just need to figure out how to multi-stream because I'm using a different streaming software. Please, when you get that, let me know. Let me know, RD. Godfrey says, Gyokeres, my striker, off the mark, while another team's 200 million strike force has 0 GA. Plasma just walked into the house, people. Plasma, get the po. Plasma, he's a gooner. Plasma's a gooner. Latvian Gooner is a gooner. Godfrey's a gooner. Spider-Man 44, Chelsea fan, is come down here to dine with us. What do we do with Chelsea fans, people? We dine with them. We still eat with them. They're still our brothers, in London. So, but big up to Chelsea. Big up to Spider-Man 44, But see, people, yeah, let's just talk about Berta. People, you can see the difference. Boxai Shaku, my Nigerian brother, he just walked in. People, Boxai Shaku, I know you have a lot to say about what happened in the weekend, and we're talking all about it. See ya, people, yeah. Andre Berta. I thought Eddie told us that we have to sell before we make any headway in bringing in players. I thought he said we needed to balance the books, people. People, have you realized that Arsenal have just gone into the transfer window without actually selling any player? I mean, the first player that was first started to leave the football club when the transfer window opened was Trossard. And right now, Trossard has actually resigned with the football club, giving, additional money. Bro, that guy's rich. Of Arsenal. I don't know why we resigned him, but maybe that might be because Kai Havertz's injury. I don't know, but whatever. He signed, yeah. He wasn't sold. People, Nelson hasn't left the football club, of course, over bloated wages. No one is willing to pick him up, yeah. Vieira hasn't been sold. All these fringe players, yeah, they haven't been sold. But you know what? This is the good part. Arsenal have been able to bring in Gyokeres. People. Arsenal have been able to bring Nordgaard. We've been able to bring in Madueke from Chelsea, where we have paid 50-something million pounds for the guy to come into this football club. People, Arsenal have been able to trump Tottenham Hotspur, who actually, have that gap, yeah, and people, they have the money spend on Eze. I don't know why they were penny pinching. But what Arsenal trumped our noisy neighbors and brought in Eze. And people, we haven't balanced the books. We haven't even sold people. So what Edu was just telling us was all lies. Edu sold us lies. It wasn't true. And that's why he was sacked, people. Because right now, why I'm talking about this is because we have seen that big clubs move in the market. They move in the market without actually thinking to the fact that they haven't sold any of the players. No, not at all. They don't care about it. Yeah. What they really care about is that big club spot players, yeah, and they go for it with all they've got. Because selling players isn't the only avenue where you rake in the cash. Arsenal rakes in the cash from merch sales. We're raking the cash from from advertisements and other businesses. We do with other organizations. So why would Eddie come out and tell us that we have to balance the books before we have to bring in players? Berta has just come into this football club and shattered all those lies told by Edu. And you know what surprises me more, yeah, is that Edu is a legend of this football club. So you've purposely brought this club to its knees. Because I'm now thinking back on those titles that we've lost. And I'm now looking at what Andre Berta has done at this football club. Just, bro, in his first... People, this is Andre Berta's first transfer window. Does this make does this resonate with you? Because Arsenal fans sometimes, when we're spoiled, yeah, with signings at times, yeah, I mean, we just kind of like throw all these things away. People, do you understand what Andre Berta has done in just this summer alone? And he's still concocting more plans to actually, oh my days, how many signings does Arsenal have to sign in the summer transfer window? This is joy to me. I can't believe it. Arsenal is about to bring in Hinkapie, people. Of course, that's conditional because Kivia have to leave the football club first. We'll get into all of that. And people, I still think that Rodrigo would make it to Arsenal Football Club before the summer runs down, people. I believe 100% in this guy called Andre Berta. I knew what he did at Atletico Madrid. I mean, he brought in players, that suit the style, to which the manager wanted to play. I mean, Simeone wanted to play at Atletico. But the thing there is that I didn't really see much of that stuff. Maybe that's because Atletico Madrid isn't really a club that usually goes on a blast and starts spending or have a very huge transfer budget. But with Arsenal, I'm just seeing Berta. I mean, he's not even he's doing it so effortlessly. You can see he has the connections. You can see that players in Europe actually respect him. I mean, he talks to Gyokeres, his own guy. He says, "Hey, Gyokeres, I want you over Seshko. Please come in." He walks in straight up, no questions asked. He talks to the guy in Spain called Zubimendi. I mean, just talks to him. Just has a little conversation with the brother. And the brother says, "You know what? Yeah, I'm packing my bags. I'm leaving Real Sociedad. I'm popping in." See, people, yeah, when you have the connections in the business, when you know how to run a football club, no one asks you these questions. You just know because we see it in your doings. We see it in your actions. And you know what? Yeah, people, every time I always saw Edu with lots of PR and publicity stunts. Every time. He's always in the news. Talking this, talking this. He's always talking trash. He's always talking trash in papers, people. Never concentrating on the job at hand. But right now, big up to Yasa TV, bro. Yasa TV, big up to you. Always talking trash. In fact, you know, people, yeah, when Eddie was here, I was always hearing how Newcastle wants him, how Nottingham Forest wants him, how he's doing such a good job at Arsenal, you know, how Real Madrid is looking on taking him and taking Mikel Arteta. And you know what, yeah, people, yeah, these things annoy me because you've not yet proven yourself at Arsenal. And we have a sporting director who just came this summer, and people, is the envy of these football clubs in the Premier League. He's even gotten Pep Guardiola startled because just yesterday, Pep Guardiola was taking shots at Arsenal and some other big clubs with how we're spending now. So he's saying, you know what, yeah, Man City isn't the only football club spending. Actually, all these other football clubs are actually now spending. So don't just look at Manchester City. But it's not just about spending. It's about spending, but bringing in the quality that the football club deserves. Yeah, that is it. People, Yasa TV's link is down there. Please subscribe to that channel. It's a brother of ours. He's a Chelsea fan, but you know, I'm friends with lots of Chelsea fans, so that's good. But people, yeah, Andre Beta. What do you guys think about Andre Beta and how he has handled this transfers, people? Because the next topic we're going to be talking about, it's about Hinkapie, people. Hinkapie, people. I mean, Hinkapie. Bayer Leverkusen defender. I mean, see, yeah, people, yeah. How many times, yeah, would Arsenal, yeah, make a public show, yeah, actually disgrace Tottenham Hotspur's people, yeah? We went down to Eze. We had a discussion with Eze in July, yeah? We spoke to him and everything just dried up, you know. We didn't go back for Eze. And Tottenham, you know, stole the match. You know, they started dilly-dallying with the whole bid thing. And then, you know, when that injury happened to Kai Havertz, Andre Beta picked up the phone, placed that call. Eze, what do you think about coming down to the Arsenal? And he says, I got Spurs actually trying to get me. Does the manager like me? He said, you know what, yeah, we don't care about the manager. Just pop into the Arsenal. And you know what, yeah, Eze dropped everything he was doing. Told his agents, please don't talk to those fools, yeah, down the road, yeah. Just discard them. Throw everything that Tottenham have discussed with her. In fact, don't pick up the calls, yeah. If you get any call from Danny Levy, don't pick that call. It's another idiot trying to get me. You know what, yeah, we do know that Eze's dream was always Arsenal. He always loved Arsenal, and Arsenal is his own. And then he rejected Spurs and came down to the Arsenal. People, yet again, Arsenal go back to Bayer Leverkusen just to taunt and stunt on our enemies down the road in not London. People, Arsenal is in for Piero, people. Piero, Hinkapie, people. See, my guys, he's Ecuadorian. 6 foot plus, people. This guy is a brute. He's a brute, people. He can defend. Has higher numbers aerially more than Kivio. Kivio has more technicality to his game than Kivio. He's faster. He uses his head very, very well, people. He's good in set pieces. And people, he's progressive passes, people. His progressive passes is something different, people. I mean, yeah, see, people, yeah, when you have defenders, yeah, that instantly, when they are faced with pressure from attackers, you know, pressing attackers, they usually want to, you know, go sideways and all this, and take all these other options. This player, yeah, is a progressive player. He wants to go forward. He wants to pass the ball and progress it. And again, people, passing from the back is also a technical ability these days that defenders. I mean, when you're talking about passing accuracy, in the back and building the game from the back, it wasn't a popular thing, in the 90s or in the early 2000s. It wasn't. Yeah, they pass it, but through the back, but I mean, it wasn't really something that was noticeable that much. It was more about just passing it through the back in terms of pass to progressive defenders that would just progress it forward instantly out of your defense. But these days, when you passing through the back, yeah, I mean, you have to do it with a lot of technical abilities and with a lot of passing accuracy because you're trying to build from the back. And see, people, yeah, this Hinkapie guy, Piero Hinkapie, is a good builder. He builds from the defense. His passing accuracy is something amazing. It's aerial ability, people. I mean, that's another thing. And I think he plays. Personally, I think he plays on the left hand side. He could play in left back. He could play in left center back. People, if we have him as a backup defender, I think he comes in and takes over that left back area. I think he's good. I think he's good, and he's also good as a left-sided center back. He's good. If you pair him with Mosquera in a Carling Cup game just to rest our main defenders, people, what are we talking about? He's good. I like it. But let's go through the charts and see what the people are saying. Um, Spider-Man 44 says, I think your club is really betting on winning the league this season. That's why you guys are spending that much. But again, see, yeah, I don't want to equate the budget a team has to bring in players to winning the league or spending so much cash and winning the league. I don't want to correlate them, even if in the past we've seen teams like Chelsea go on a splash, win the league. We've also seen other teams that have actually tried to refurbish their teams with billions, and yet they get nothing. I mean, we've just seen Manchester United actually splash out to almost nearly 200 million on Sheshko, Kunha, and the guy from Brentford, what's his name? Guys, people. Mbuemo. See, people, yeah. And they've got no GA in about 2 Premier League matches. No GA, no assist, no goals. People, see, yeah. It's not about spending money. It's more about spending on the quality that would take the current crop of players you have in your team to the next level and actually get us over the line. That's what you need. You need the quality that would take you to the next level. So you need to ask yourself, yeah, even if all these teams have actually spent on these players, how many of them have gotten themselves the quality that will take them to the next level? I mean, you could look at Pep Guardiola. That man has spent how many billions now? I mean, since the title was wrestled away from them. With Liverpool winning that title, yeah, we can see he's actually struggling to bring in the kind of quality that would fit into his system. I mean, you can talk about Cherokee and all these other, fancy players he went to get, yeah, but is that what they really need? Is that what will really engineer that team to actually win more titles? Well, we saw what happened against Tottenham Hotspur. They smacked them up. So, I mean, it's spending the money, but also spending on the right quality that would bring you trophies. That's what I'm looking at right now. And when you look at our game against Leeds United, people, you sense it. You sense it. Victor Gyokeres, new signing, put in 2 goals, people. That's what you want your signings to do, to score goals for you, people. So what have we done? We've added quality to our team, and that quality has started showing. I mean, we can talk about Noni Maduwike from today till tomorrow. We can talk about how, how his quality isn't really up to par with what we want. But the thing down there is that our left hand side is stinky. Martinelli has stank up that place so badly, yeah, that it doesn't matter anyone we bring in right now. Right now, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Once you know how to play ball, you would bench anyone down that left hand side. That's how bad it is. It's so stinky. So even Maduwike coming into the game yesterday. I mean, was it not on Saturday when we played against Leeds? Yeah, you could see the difference. He was actually running, trying to get into more dangerous areas. Even in Chelsea, he did get into dangerous areas. It was just this end product that was a real big problem, at Chelsea. Maduweke will get through to dangerous areas. He will get into the hit map. He will get into those dangerous spots. But his end product is a bigger problem. But right now, I don't really care about that end product because we do have a player that we spent on the most lethal striker in the whole of Europe. That's my thoughts on Victor Gyokeres. And we saw glimpses of it against Leeds United. We'll talk about that anyway later on. But see, people, yeah, if Maduweke can come down that left-hand side and be more direct, that's what I want him to do. Be direct. Get the ball straight up to Victor Gyokeres. And we don't really need to care more of Maduweke's end product. He just has to get into those dangerous spots where he naturally gets into when he was at Chelsea and get the ball down to Victor Gyokeres, who's down there to finish. He's more direct than Martinelli. Martinelli has always stank up the place, people. He's always stank up the place. And again, people, yeah, we can also talk about Eze coming down that left-hand side. But again, people, I really do think Eze could play as an attacking midfielder, people. Cutting through the middle, because Martin Odegaard isn't really just giving us what we need. Personally, that's what I think. I think with what you saw against Leeds, people, yeah, we did see Victor Gyokeres run through the channels. And that's why I was telling all these bozos, yeah, that were hauling out insults on Victor Gyokeres. And these people, they don't know ball. They don't watch football, probably maybe only the Premiership. When you watch Victor Gyokeres, people, yeah, when you watch Victor Gyokeres, comes through the channels because he's good in 1v1s. He's amazing in 1v2s. Like you saw what happened. See, people, you saw the evidence of what happened against Leeds. That is what you do. You look the ball up top and send him on the run. That's what you do when you want to get the best out of Victor Gyokeres. So, I mean, the first games we were playing in preseason where Mikel Arteta was actually getting Victor Gyokeres doing other kind of stuff on the field, it's not in his wheelhouse. No, it's not in this team to run around and go help the midfield or go help the defense build up. No, that is not Victor Gyokeres. Even if building up an attack is part of his wheelhouse, he can do it, but it's not what he's meant for, people. If you watch Victor Gyokeres in Sporting Lisbon, send the guy on the run. Send him through the channels. He's there because he's good in 1v1. He can take on defenders. And he literally sends shivers down to defenders. And we could see what he got, people. I mean, he made a complete show of those defenders, of those lead defenders. Yeah. You just need to set him on the run. Send the ball down to him. And that's why I'm advocating for Martinelli to leave the football club. Because that Rodrigo's agent is in England, and I don't just really know what Rodrigo really wants. I mean, Rodrigo, come on, man. Speak to Berta. Talk to him. People, just imagine if Rodrigo comes into this football club, what would be, people, what will be the numbers that you are going to give in terms of our signings this season, this summer transfer window? Wouldn't it be a 10 over 10? People, I'm just asking a question, people. Wouldn't it be a 10 over 10, people? Because, I mean, when you people see, when you bring in Christian Mosquera, we've seen his quality. I mean, Christian Mosquera played in Valencia. He played almost 90 senior appearances, senior games for Valencia. And he's so young. That guy's about 21 years, people. Don't get it twisted. And he's already a Spanish international. We brought him to the football club, people. We brought Notgard. I'm not sold on Notgard signing yet, but let's see what happens. People, we stole the match on Eze. We stole the match on Eze from our neighbors down the road. We brought him to this football club, people. People, that's a big asset. See, when you add Eze to what we already have, people, you can begin to smell and think of the league title, people. I'm just saying, and that's coming from me, who is also very critical of this football club, people. People, we brought in Victor Gyokeres. What else do we need? What else do we need? We have an upgrade who could be an upgrade on Odegaard or on any of those people that stink up the left-hand side for us. Because Eze, personally, I want him to cut through the middle, because I think Gyokeres will be more effective if he cuts in through the middle. But let's read the charts, people. Yeah, let's read the charts. I mean, big ups to Sad123. It says, hi, big ups to you, man. What do you think about Arsenal going for Hinkapie, people? Piero Hinkapie from Bayer Leverkusen, another defender that Tottenham Hotspurs want, that Arsenal is actually stealing from under their noses, people. People, can we have mercy on Tottenham Hotspurs? Boxai Shaku says, strategic spending is the watchword, man. Exactly, strategic spending. You don't, go ask Guardiola to spend all that money, up to nearly 175 million pounds this summer, people, only to get bruised up and bashed up by Tottenham Hotspurs. People, do you understand this? That Tottenham Hotspur smacked up Manchester City after spending 175 million pounds, and in up to nearly 2 windows are spent on nearly up to 10 players, people. Pep Guardiola has brought in up to, people, in 2 windows, that guy has brought in not in less than 10 players to the football club, people. And sincerely, I don't really even think that Manchester City would actually win the title this season. I don't even really think they're gonna jostle for the Champions League, people. I mean, you can talk about the quality of Czechia, and some other players they've been able to acquire, Nori and all these other guys, but I mean, people, Czechia did that in France. I'm sorry. And I keep warning people, don't get into this trap. Don't get sunk in to this trap. I mean, when people saw Turkey, doing all those flips and doing all those things, see people, they all said, oh, it's gonna traumatize defenders in the Premier. People, I keep telling you people that this is the best league in the world, people. This is the best league in the world. Turkey can do all that stuff to Premiership defenders. Who are you? You can't do that. Even Gyokeres, with everything he did at Portugal, had to come down here and, he played against Tottenham Hotspur. We saw what happened to him. He played against Manchester United. We saw what happened. Even if he's just coming to the football club, but it's not really that easy to just come in here, even with your skill sets, and just bamboozle Premiership defender. Bro, it doesn't happen in that way. So when I'm seeing all these people, from Manchester City, all saying, oh, Turkey is going to do this, they have to earn their positions. They have to come down here and prove themselves. They have to prove themselves. But you know what, we would know at the end of the season who have spent better, who have spent on the quality that is really needed in that team to take them to the next level. We would know at the end of the season. That's what we will know. But people, if we get Rodrigo, what will be the score that you are going to give to the Arsenal for the summer transfer window? I'm still reading the charts. William Holmes says, yeah, big up to William Holmes. That's another great guy. I mean, another centre back would do no harm. Better safe than sorry. I mean, big ups to William Holmes, yeah. People, Arsenal players are falling like flies. Plasma says, better is one of the best decisions the club has made this decade. People, yeah, I mean, that's why I also like Plasma too, because, I mean, he has all these strategic things he says that actually do mean a lot, and it flies over a lot of people's ears. I mean, see, people, yeah, better remains that stuff that Arsenal have signed, that thing that Arsenal have done, yeah, in over a long time, that I could say this is spot on. We've done this correctly. This is spot on. It's pure fact. Pure fact. Tell me what Arsenal have done spot on in the last 10, 12 years, people. Anything that we've done spot on. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe we brought in Alba, but Alba didn't win us the title, innit? Because what we're looking for is the title. I'm not talking of the FA Cups, even if I do respect the FA Cups here, people, yeah. But, I mean, we're not talking of the FA Cups here. We are talking, literally, of winning the title. Those players we acquired, almost like, let's say, 13, 15 years ago, won us nothing. They did nothing for us at all. We won the big one. We thirst for the big one. And for about 21 years, 21 seasons, Arsenal have been searching for the big one. Nothing yet, people. Nothing yet. But with this signing, people, yeah, with this signing, something might happen. But again, let's read the charts. Says, what are you offering? Another defender. Even if you came out angry at me, I don't know why. What did I do? I only just said the news here that Arsenal is going for Hinkapie. But again, that signing is dependent, people. Listen. Tulani, listen. That signing of Hinkapie.Piero is fettered, it's conditioned to the fact that Kiwior has to leave the football club. So, people, I want you guys to get it right here, yeah. Arsenal believe in Kiwior. This is the news we're getting. That Arsenal believes in Kiwior. Arsenal doesn't want to sell Kiwior unless Kiwior hands in a transfer request and is telling Arsenal that he wants to leave the football club. So, what I've heard is that Kiwior has looked at his options. Of course, when the football club has gone to bring in Christian Mosquera, who could play all across the defensive positions and defensive options in that Arsenal defense, it could play right back, it could play right center back, it could play left center back, it could play left back, people. Christian Mosquera plays everywhere. And maybe Kiwior has looked at it and is saying, you know what, yeah, maybe my chances will be that low this season. And I heard that he's talking to the Arsenal that he wants to leave. Now, this is the thing now. FC Porto wants to get Kiwior, but they want a loan move for him. Arsenal is looking for a straight cash sale for Kiwior, and they're looking for something within the range of 25, 30 million. But Porto is only willing to get him for about 15 million, but they also have to take him on a loan first. And you know what, people? I think that's a clear devaluation. That's a clear devaluation of the talent of Kiwior. Kiwior is Polish international. He's Polish international. I mean, if it was a different club we're talking about here, Kivio will be going out for like about 50 million. I think personally, I think it's a 35 million pound player. That's the least. Bro, I'm not saying his I'm not saying he's a word bitter in it, but I'm just saying that his is a quality defender. I just really felt that Mikel Arteta sold him a dream that he didn't want to cash. You know, you brought a player out here and is playing out of position. You've not seamlessly, kind of like harmonized him into our defense. He's always in, he's always out. Then why did you bring him in the first place? Same thing with Calafiore. You brought in Calafiore. He's supposed to be a centre back, but you're playing him out of position. He's playing as a left back. I mean, it doesn't tally in it. So all these things here are the problems. Um, William Holmes says if Gabi or Saliba got injured, would be up. Shit, Crick. You need a decent backup option. And yeah, but again, people, yeah, I mean, by right now, yeah, I've seen Hinkapie play a couple of times for Bayer Leverkusen, yeah, and I think he's good. I think he's a decent defender. I don't know. What do you guys think about Hinkapie? I mean, even if you guys aren't really conversant with him, but at least you've watched clips, do you think he's someone that is going to fit into this Arsenal system? Mostly with how we pass from the back and build up generally in most of our attacks. Do you think he's that kind of guy that will keep possession? I really do think he can keep possession. It's good aerially. It holds onto the ball, but not too long. He holds it when he needs to hold onto the ball and keep the ball. But he's also a progressive passer. His numbers are over the roofs with progressive passes, and that's why I like the guy. So, but again, I never know. Let's see. It depends. Spider-Man 44 says, with Maduwiki, I would say, from watching him week in, week out, you guys will get frustrated with decision making. But what you will get is chaos in attack, which is needed. Yeah. And again, you know what? Yeah, I do agree with you, Spider-Man 44, because I do understand that Maduwiki isn't the guy that we Arsenal fans wanted in this football club. But again, I also do understand that Maduwiki gets into dangerous positions. This is one thing that I do know. In Chelsea Football Club, he got into dangerous positions. He's our player. There's nothing we can do right now. We can't throw him away. We just brought him for something million pounds. So it doesn't make any sense to just throw him away right now, innit? You're gonna use him either way, right? So it's either we use him as a backup to Saka. Right now, that Saka has gone down and under people, yeah. And just, make sure he stays on that right hand side and create something. Because when he was at Chelsea, he was most of his creativity always came from the right hand side. But right now at Arsenal, we're moving him at that left hand side because we have the old garbage down that left hand side. But now that Eze is coming, at least we now have someone who would stay in that Arsenal team, probably as a left side attacking midfielder, or we could just, tuck him into that left hand side, or make him or give him the license to move as an attacking midfielder, yeah, moving towards the right hand side, cutting through the middle and alternating both that left hand side. I mean, just alternate with whomever we decide to put down there on the left. It could provide weight, it could provide cover down the left hand side. So I'm talking of Eze. I mean, there's a whole lot of ways Mikel Arteta could actually use Eze to the betterment of this team. And if he wants to actually use Eze to his strength, he could also think of actually giving Martin Odegaard a rest. People, Martin Odegaard is actually injured right now. How about testing Eze, throwing him into that game against Liverpool, but with Eze replacing Odegaard? I don't know. I'm just saying. People, we'll get into that talk. I want to read your chats and get what you guys are saying. The assembled, big up to the assembled. The assembled says something here. He says, the wide midfielders. Big up to the Fantasy Pavilion. It says, big up, bro. Me and the Fantasy Pavilion will be having a new show this week. So, you guys stay tuned to us. The Fantasy Pavilion, my guy, Arsenal fan, great guy. He loves Arsenal. We're talking all about that. Most Sports World is down here. And it says, more Ecuador studs. I like Caicedo. They're good. Hinkapie, Kivio, being sold. Then, yeah, because you know what, yeah, Most Sports World, yeah. I really do think that Kivio wants out of Arsenal. I think he wants to leave Arsenal because I think he's read the room. He's seen that Mikel Arteta would do anything, would sell his soul right now for a title. So he's looked at everything right now and look at the whole dynamics, and he's seen that games might not come by his way, sporadically as he thinks. So I think he's speaking to other teams on how to leave the Arsenal. That's what I think, people. And I think he's going to leave. But the only suitor right now that I'm hearing is Dortmund, a team in Italy. I heard of Napoli, but that rumor has dried up. I was also hearing about Atalanta, but that news have also dried up. But the team that is more concerned with Kivio is FC Porto, people. FC Porto wants his services, but they want him for cheap. They're not willing to stump up the cash for Kivio, and it infuriates me because even me, I know that Kivio is worth not in less than £30 million, people. He's worth at least £30 million. But people, what do you think? Don't you think that Kivio is worth about £30 million? I think so. Yeah, because I mean, you can talk all you want about him not being in our first team, him making a couple of mistakes here and there. But I think is that see, yeah, he's an international. He plays for Poland. He's always in the competitions for Poland. He's always a seasoned defender for them. People, Arsenal should be getting nothing less than 30, 35 million pounds for Kivio, people. I think that's a fair price to actually sell Kivio. That's a fair price to sell Kivio, my people. A fair price. Um, the assembled says, yeah, the wide midfielders, wingers, have defensive duties over attacking. A striker is only as good as the supply train he has. Do you think Henry would bank under this manager? I think Henry will bang either way, just because of his individual qualities. Personally, that's what I think, because he's such a perceptive, kind of forward player. I think he's perceptive enough to do his own thing, and he has a football brain and is gifted with lots of technical abilities to be able to do his own thing. He might not really follow what the manager says, you know, and it's in his wheelhouse because Thierry Henry is a leader, and when you're a leader, you do stuff, out of line at times. You know, it might lead to a big personal clash, yeah, with the manager, but at the same time, I think Henry will still bank with this manager. It doesn't matter. I just think he has enough individual quality to get over the line with this manager. But again, what do I know? But big up spot Mud Sports World is still down here. It says good centre back these days. Champions League proven should be over. Over 50 million, but happy with 40 million loan to buy in 40s. I mean, I hear you, but I don't think that Porto is willing to dish out 40 million pounds. They're looking on taking him and at worst spending just 20 million. but taking him on loan and then with an obligation to buy, and that's the issue. I think Arsenal want an outright sale. William Holmes says Eze gives us tactical flexibility we need. Yeah, sure. He gives us everything. Actually, he gives us everything we need because Eze is not just a perfect tactician. Yeah, I don't want to compare him to Santi Catola because Santi Catola had his own feel. He had his own technical ability that was specific to him. But Eze is a big upgrade on Santi Catola, people. I don't mean to throw that about, you know, anyhow, but I think Eze has lots of technical abilities to actually put him above Santi Catola. Number one, his dribble rate. He dribbles, and his dribbles has end product, people. Lots of times when Santi Catola was playing for us, he dribbles. That's part of his technical ability. He dribbles, but the end product was a little bit, was a little bit, here and there. It wasn't a prolific kind of like a striker of the ball. Yeah, he could take snapshots from outside the 18-yard box, but he didn't score lots of goals for the Arsenal. But it was good technically for Arsenal. He could take on one, two, three, four, five players, try to get it to the striker. But then Arsenal never had good strikers in it. So, but it is what it is. But right now we have Azeus in this football club. He could dribble. He could take one, two, three, four, five defenders at a go, open up low block teams. He could take set pieces. Even if he's a little bit shorter, he's still good aerially. I've really seen Eze battle it aerially, people. Yeah, he's good with his head too. I've seen him do it. Even if he's not tall at all, but he compensates a whole lot for his height issues with lot of charisma and lots of speed. So he has a whole lot of technical flexibility that could get him ahead for me more than Santi Catola. And he has goals in him. He's shown that he could score goals. And apart from goals that he has also shown a penchant for taking snapshots outside the 18-yard box. So Eze is that kind of guy that could just all of a sudden just take snapshots from outside the 18-yard box. How many times have Arsenal had that kind of player that could actually take accurate snapshots from outside the 18-yard box? It's something you don't see every day, isn't it? Something you don't see every day. Fantasy Pavilion says, big up, bro. Yuan Sute says, bless up, my brother. If we get Rodrigo, what? 10 over 10. And people, I think so too. If we get a Rodrigo, this market is a 10 over 10 for Arsenal. Defender. Left back if we get Hinkapie. We also still have Maz Lewis Kelly. We also have a backup defender in Christian Mosquera. People, we have Saliba Gabriel Magalhaes. People, yeah. We also brought in Nordgaard for cover. Although I'm not sold on him yet. We brought in Victor Gyokeres. We have Eze. People, we have Martin Zubimendi, who is actually replacing Thomas Partey. See, people, yeah. If we bring in a Rodrigo, this is probably a 9 over 10 market for me. If we bring in a Rodrigo. It's a clear 9 over 10 because we'll be so blessed with attacking, with attacking quality players. It's one thing to have attacking players. It's another thing to have the right quality. I think we'll be with the right quality in our team to get us forward and win us the league this season, people. I know that's a fast stretch, but I mean, people, yeah. When you have Eze in your team, when you have Gyökeres in your team, and then you're thinking of bringing in Rodrigo, and Hinkapie to just totally just solidify our defense. People, I mean, what else are we talking about? That's something big. That's something huge. And if we have it, something we have to roll with, people. We have to roll with that. Um, who else is here? Spider-Man 44 says, Eze is the playmaker you guys really needed. And yeah, Eze, see, yeah, people, yeah. Eze is more than a playmaker for me. I think he's more than a playmaker, but he is that playmaker we need. But I think it comes at a strategic time for the Arsenal. Because last season, yeah, people, Spider-Man 44, there were lots of times last season that Arsenal dropped points from winning positions. And those were those draws we had. Those 14 draws that we had last season. And most of those draws, we dropped those points from winning positions. So most of those teams, yeah, when they equalized or when they scored, they had to just revert back and started playing low block football with Arsenal. And that's the thing with Arsenal. When you score against Arsenal, you just revert to a low block. And when you revert to a low block, we hardly have anyone in that Arsenal team who could actually unlock low block teams. Martin Odegaard doesn't simply just have what it takes to actually unlock those defenses. Even if it has a big kind of quality, but its quality can't actually open up defenses. And that's the bigger problem. The other person who is also a creator in our team, but he's just a creative outlet for our team, is Bukayo Saka. And you can't expect him to be everywhere. You can't expect him to cut into the middle to actually open up teams. Then who are you going to put down there in the right? No one. So I mean, it's just at this point, yeah, we just have to thank our God that we were able to get our guy, our brother, Eze down to the football club. People, yeah. Arsenal beating Leeds, yeah. I mean, we could say anything we want to say. Let's just quickly talk about it. In that first half, people, I did a watch along for that game. After the first 25 minutes, I started getting a little bit nervous because you know Arsenal were we kept possession of the ball, but we didn't have any big use of that possession we had in the first half, in the first 20 minutes per se. We were trying to engineer something, but there was just this, there was just this thing that just really stopped us from really, really going at leads and really opening them up. But after that first goal came, I mean, everything just opened up pretty much in it. The players had the license to move on and express themselves on the pitch. And when that happens, things open up. And again, that's why set pieces is going to be important, one of the most important people things that's going to bail us out this season. I mean, it's our biggest strength in this team, and Jover he stepped it up a notch, people. I mean, many times, yeah, when I saw our corner kicks, we look so dangerous, people, from that corner kick, yeah. That every time Arsenal, big up to Jordan, amen. Jordan, amen. I'll be doing a watch along. Newcastle, Liverpool, people, yeah. Jordan Heyman is a Liverpool fan. He's our brother too, But I'll be doing a hate along because I want Liverpool to fail and falter this evening. So I mean, Jordan Heyman, do you fancy your chances this evening, Arsenal fans? Do you think Liverpool is going to smash up Newcastle away from home at St James Park? People, join me for that live, and of course, subscribe to Jordan Heyman, my brother and my guy. People, yeah, see. Leeds United. Every time Arsenal had a corner kick, I just literally felt like we were going to score every time. we had a corner kick. It was just that dangerous. We look dangerous with set pieces, people. And that's why I pity teams that, that are gonna come at us this season. We've covered up all our bases. We didn't have a striker who was gonna latch onto those loose balls that that would just flush across the post, and Kai Havertz isn't really there to actually get it in for us. We didn't really have a striker who would take 1v1s, 1v2 seriously and get the ball into the net. These were glaring problems we had. We never had a player that would actually cut through the midfield or cut through the middle and actually open up mid-block teams. Now we have Eze who could actually do all these things. He could do it from the left. He could do it from the middle. See, people, we have it. So we now have people. We already have our set piece that we're already kings at. We're the kings of set piece. See, people, yeah, if what happened on Saturday doesn't tell you that we are the kings of set pieces in this league, I mean, ask yourself. Even in the whole of Europe, people, I mean, our numbers, the numbers of our set pieces is beginning to look funny, people. It's a funny number, people. Very, very, very funny number, people. And I'm beginning to think like, okay, since our set piece right now, corner kicks, is certain to give us a large chunk. It was a large chunk of our goals last season, people. Assuming this season it's a big, large chunk of the goals we're going to be scoring this season, we have Victor Gyokeres, who will assure us, people, of nothing less than 20-25 goals this season. And that's just the list I'm giving it, people. 20-25 goals. And people, when you have someone who's putting in 20-25 goals for you, and the other team is raking in maybe like 40 goals, people, I mean, you're winning the league easy. You're winning the league easy. And now we now have Victor Gyokeres who will score goals for us easily. People, we now have Eze who would also take care of that responsibility in scoring goals, opening up defenses, and just literally just open up mid blocks and low blocks everywhere across the pitch. People, awesome. See, anyone. I mean, I don't know about Spider-Man 44, man. See, Spider-Man 44. What do you literally think about Arsenal this season? I mean, even as a Chelsea fan, Spider-Man 44, you should be saying to yourself, Arsenal look dangerous. I mean, look at what we did to Leeds. I mean, people could sit down here and say, hey, it's just Leeds. I mean, no. It's not just Leeds. Leeds is a good team. They are a very, very good team, people. They won the championship. And you know what? Yeah, they defend astutely and effectively. I just don't know what happened to them against Arsenal. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe Arsenal have a bit of too much of quality all across the pitch, that all these teams, yeah, that would literally want to just hide behind keeping low blocks. I don't think it would be enough to actually stifle Arsenal this season, because Arsenal have gone on to actually invest in trickery and technical players that could actually unlock defenses that decide to keep a low block, which was what stifled us of the title last season. That and Mikel Arteta. Those were the two things. I mean, Mikel Arteta doesn't know how to break that keep a low block. That's for sure, people. But the thing there is that it's one thing to know that you don't have the answers to low block teams, i.e. Aston Villa, when they scored, they went back to the shell. Brentford, when they scored, they went back to their shell. Everton took points away from us, went back to their shell, kept a low block. The people, yeah, many teams have devised that means of shutting down our key players in Odegaard and Bukayo Saka and keeping a low block. So they just have to just shut down the two places where any of our attacks come from, and it's all good, and keep a low block. It's all good for them, But again, let's see what happens. Spider-Man 44 says, you guys have scored, I think, 33 goals from corners. Yeah, only since last season. That's crazy. I mean, that's mad when you're looking at the numbers people. When you're looking at the numbers of our set pieces, those are mad numbers, people. Those are mad numbers. Even the numbers we had last season, yeah, people, yeah, from corner kicks and set pieces. Those numbers were astronomical numbers. If we had a striker that could have given us 30 goals in a season like a Salah, who could just come in and literally just help the team, people, we're going to win the league. But again, when you have a manager who isn't trustworthy and you had Edu in place, it's just time until, we mess everything up, innit? But thank God we now have Berta. Thank God the signings are here right now. And we could literally change things. People, yeah. Arsenal Leeds game. I love that game, people. I really, really love that game. And that's because when Arsenal started that game, we started with intensity, actually. We weren't slow. We started with lots of intensity, but no real bit of quality to really get to the end line. And then, we had that set piece and Jurrien Timber, people, yeah, Jurrien Timber. I don't know. Jordan Heyman, William Holmes, Moss, everyone in the chart, Spider-Man 44. You should be looking at our right back right now, Jurrien Timber, people. Jurrien Timber. You should be looking at Jurrien Timber and be saying, man, he's got to be one of the best right backs in the league. I'm just saying, he should be. Just name me any other potent right now, red hot, like a red hot chili pepper right now. That's on the right. Now, just name him right now. Godfrey says, what a signing to is. Top 5. Godfrey, I think it's top 2. I think it's top 2 in the world. Who is the number? Wait, who is the number 1 right now? I see, at best, I think Timber is top 3 right back in the world. He showed it at Ajax. People don't just look at it like it's just at Arsenal. No. He did it for Ajax. He won a title with Ajax. People, don't forget that. It came down to Arsenal. Had a perfect first season. People, remember he came from an injury at the start of the season where we won the Charity Shield, yeah? Over Man City. He broke his leg or something like that. He came back towards the end of the season, had a good final showing before that season ended. The next season, bam! You guys know it. You saw it with your own eyes. One of the best performers 2 seasons ago. And then last season, one of the best again, people. This guy even played through injury. And that leads me to my next topic. Injuries in the Arsenal camp, people. People. We're beginning to drop like flies, innit? We're beginning to drop like flies. William Holmes, it drops a smiley, yeah? And he also says, without a doubt, Timber is top quality. But see here, people. Okay, good. Will you put Jurrien Timber top 2 right backs in this league? Everyone watching, please. Will you put Jurrien Timber top 2 in right backs? In this league. See, people, yeah, easy. I think is top 2 in this league. Easy by a countryman. By a countryman, people. Easy. Does anyone have any alternate talks about that? I think it's top 2. Godfrey says definitely. I think Jurrien Timber is top 2 right back in the league, people. And if this is the best league in the world and we can fix him in top 2, and this is the best league in the world, I'll put him top 3, top 4 in the world, people. If he continues like this, people, in just 2 games, he's giving us 2 goals. And he's good with his head, people. He defends properly. He overlaps people. And he does I mean, you guys see, yeah. When Mars Lewis Kelly is going inverted, sometimes he just lost his way when he does that. But when you see Jurrien Timber, yeah, when he inverts, you're confident that he's got that right side on lockdown. Go check most of the attacks that have actually uh, gotten Arsenal to pay. It's through the left hand side because it's shaky. Calafiore is just maybe Gibber Hands is trying to really get a tune out of Calafiore because I noticed his defending is getting a little bit more better, but still, it's more of an attacking asset rather than rather than better being a defensive guy. And again, I'm seeing a change in dynamic, people. I don't know if you sensed it. I was seeing Calafiore bumping forward, playing through, helping out through that left hand side and bumping forward and overlapping, while Declan Rice was actually covering him down that left hand side. I mean, people, I don't know what kind of tactics that is, but people, I was seeing something like that. I'm not confident with that, but I mean, I'm not confident with our defender just bumping forward and overlapping. I mean, we can escape with that with teams like Leeds, but when it comes to teams like Liverpool, I don't think we can escape with serious crimes like that, man. So that's why we need to really sort out that left back position. The reason why I want it sorted out is because I personally I don't know who our left back is. I don't know, people. I've seen Matthew Skelly come from the bench, but we did know that he played there predominantly last season. And this season, Mikel Arteta is now using Calafiori more in that left back position. So I don't really know. I like going into the season knowing exactly who my static defenders are. I mean, in all other positions, you could be able to switch things up, move things about. I hear you and I understand that. But when it comes to your defense has to be static. And I don't think Mikel Arteta should joke with that one. You should, I mean, we already know that in our defense, Saliba is going to start, Margalich is going to start. Those are mainstays, and that's what has always helped Arsenal build from defense, keep defensive solidity, and also, just totally give us a framework because we have two of the most dangerous defenders playing and they understand each other. So that's what I want with my right back and left back. I want it to be a static right back, the one we have in Jurrien Timber. We all know that he's going to displace Benjamin White. In fact, he has displaced Benjamin White already. But I need that left back position sorted out. I need to know if Hinkapie is the guy to come in and help us out down there, or if Calafiori is your guy, then allow him be. But if Mazraoui Skelly is your guy, then allow him play. Let him play. Let that defense harmonize and play together. But our guy, the assembled is saying something here, but Godfrey says, of course, people, Godfrey's my guy. I mean, Godfrey, big Godfrey. He says, 1 week is Calafiori, then it's Lewis Kelly. I don't know as well. Exactly. I mean, people, so I'm not mad after all, because, when I'm saying these things, yeah, and because I'm not using catchy phrases and buzzwords, yeah, I mean, people don't want to look at it and take it serious. I mean, see, yeah, you need to have a static. You need to have a static left back starting the season. Even if it's not really all that static, but at least it has to be someone you say, hey, the left back position is yours, and I want you to be our left back. I've not looked at that Arteta and say, okay, Arteta has assured me that Calafiori is his guy down there. I mean, so if Calafiori was the guy you wanted to use right from the start. Then that Mazlui Skelly deal, what did he sign? I heard that Mazlui Skelly said that he was. I mean, the rumors of that contract was that there was gonna be a certain amount of games he was gonna play. So I don't know. I don't know where the loyalties lie. Is it gonna lie with Calafiori playing in that left back position? If so, how frequent can we say, okay, Calafiori is going to be there? How frequent is it going to be? So all these things, yeah, the dynamics we need to know. But people, yeah, big time Arsenal smashing up Leeds in the weekend, and that's what we want to see. People, injuries, because Saka down and out, Odegaard down and out, and people. The news that I've been trying to actually, okay, Spider-Man 44 says, yeah, you may disagree with me, but Calafiori to me is more of a wing back than a fullback. Yeah, of course, yeah. But again, we're playing a wing back in left back position. So, these are the things. So, does Mikel Arteta want to play with a wing back or a left back? So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but now we are now playing that wing back in the position of a left back. Of course, you can interchange and overlap. I hear you, but again, there are times when Arsenal are being caught rapidly in counter attacks and in teams that play fast-paced transition style of play. We might be caught. Same thing. Just look at Manchester United. Uh, I mean, I don't see that every game, but in the game we played against them, I saw Mbuemo bumping forward, and of course he cooked Calafiori many times, many times. He cooked up people, yeah. He really cooked up Calafiori people, and that's when you know that Calafiori isn't a left back, when it's been cooked. Yeah, when going all forward, it looks flashy, it looks good, but people, man. So I don't know. We Arsenal fans, we need to know these things, yeah, because these things are very important. Mostly when we come up against teams that also keep the ball too, also have their own share of dangerous opportunities. Would we prefer to have, a wing back there or full back? So I don't know the dynamics through which we have to look at it or the lenses through which we need to look at it. But I need my left back situation sorted out. And people, yeah, if Hinkapie comes in, I think he takes that position, people. How about that? If Hinkapie comes in, I think he takes that position. Easy. I mean, people, yeah, I'm not going to be the one to say players from Germany will come down here and just, you know, seamlessly start slapping up the league, But with the few things I've seen of this Hinkapie guy, I think he'll be a good signing for the Arsenal. He'll be a good signing. Is it what we need right now? Maybe not. I don't think so. I already think we have already enough cover, personally. Instead, what I would go for is Rodrigo. What I would go for is Rodrigo. Because I think Rodrigo gives us something more extra. I think that we don't have to waste AJ down that left hand side when we can use him more effectively to cut through the middle in attacking midfield position effectively. And I think that's his best position when he comes from the middle, left-sided on the middle, and try to take on teams and drift out wide down the left-hand side. But either way, it doesn't matter where he drifts from. The person who is going to be located in the left-hand side is going to benefit, a whole lot to what AJ is going to do in that left center mid area. So, because it drifts down from the middle, it drifts down into that left wing area, or sometimes take a swift movement directly into the box, which will free up that left hand side, free up our right hand side for Bukayo Saka to actually come into play. So I mean, AZ frees up a whole lot of things for us, Arsenal fans. Um, I honestly think Nori would have been perfect for you guys at left back. Oh, Spider-Man 44. Oh my days, man. December, did you just hear that? Spider-Man 44, you are goated on my channel, man. You might be a Chelsea fan, but please, man, I want you to be a buddy of this channel, be a friend of this channel, Spider-Man 44, please. It would be nice to have you down here. I mean, I like your takes, and you're a level-headed person. Big ups to you, man. And even if you're a Chelsea fan, big ups to you, man. And you know ball. So thanks, bro. I think that's an honest answer. I would have loved a Nori down here. But again, when you look at how Manchester City are struggling, would you say it's working at Man City? That's another thing, man. But again, that could be a systematic problem with Man City, innit? But see, people, what do you think about that Newcastle match coming up this night? I'll be having a watch along in that one. I'll be having a show with Waffle done in about an hour's time. See, people, I mean, people. See, we need Liverpool to lose that game because Liverpool fans, I mean, they're talking too much. They're talking too much. I mean, now that they've been able to spend, some couple of few millions, here and there, you know. Now, what about Arsenal that have spent over $1 billion plus? Yeah, over $1 billion plus with Mikel Arteta on the helms of affairs, you know. But this Liverpool fans, I mean, they just spent a few millions here and there, and they're talking tough. But anyway, when you have Ritz in your team, I mean, when you have Salah any day, anytime, when you have Gravenberch, Sasbolai, and all that good stuff, and you even have fringe players, even scoring goals. Even if I did think that they would miss Jota, but they've just poured cold water on it. I don't really think they might miss him. Yeah, in terms of having options from the bench, that might be something deep, but Liverpool they've just moved on. The way they're smashing teams and the way their attack still looks sharp and diversified. I mean, you lose Jota, you lose Diaz from your team, you lose what's the other forward's name? The guy from Benfica, what's his name? Nunes. You lose Nunes, people. That's three attackers that were instrumental to you winning the league last season. I mean, you can talk about Nunes' numbers, but it was also a good creator. He created lots of chances. He created chaos in the box and all that. It's just like Madueke, but slightly better than Madueke. But again, they change all their attacking scenario, with Nunes out, with Jota, rest in peace, dead, and Diaz down to Bayern Munich. It should actually diminish their attack. But for some reason, they've diversified. They look more dangerous. They're pounding teams, and I'm uncomfortable with that. And I'm very, very uncomfortable with that. They are the team to beat. Like, I would say this, I'm not really scared about Chelsea, people. I'm not scared about Chelsea this season. The only reason I'm saying that is because I still think Chelsea still needs to play as a team with their new signings, people, because Dillard, completely different system he was playing at Ipswich. Comes down to Chelsea. I think he will bang, but he needs time. Yao is also good, but I still think they would need time to really gel with each other. So they're not winning the league this season. I don't think so. Far from it. They might win a couple of cup games here and there, maybe a Carling Cup or even an FA Cup. It could be in their wheelhouse. But I don't think they're just ready right now to mount a title challenge. They might come fourth, fifth, or something like that, but I don't think they're ready to mount a title challenge yet because I don't think the team has played together over a long period of time to actually mount that kind of challenge. Okay, I mean, a Chelsea expert is here. We'll get what he's saying about that. But Godfrey said it's going to be a good game. This fixture doesn't disappoint. That's for sure. There will be goals in this fixture, and it will be hard fought. But what kind of Newcastle are we going to get today? Are we going to get the Newcastle that will just open up and get a pounding, or are we going to see a Newcastle that will be resolute and use their bigger players to their strength and actually run up on Liverpool without fear of their attacking assets and just run wild on them, understanding that they are at St. James Park. They're on their own turf. They ought to use it to their own advantage. But something just tells me that Liverpool will pound Newcastle today. People, I don't know. I just have a feeling. There's this certain feeling I get that Liverpool is going to pound seriously Newcastle this night. I have that feeling, man. Because you know what, yeah? They're under pressure. Now that Arsenal have won their game on Saturday, they're under serious big pressure to actually get. I mean, see, people, yeah, you don't spend that kind of money, on rates. You don't spend that kind of money on Ekitike. And of course, looking on spending big time on Isaac, yeah. You don't spend that kind of money, yeah, and you don't have the kind of attacking asset that you have to just be careful. You can have Salah, have Ekitike, and have all these people, yeah, that could create the difference and sit back and calm. No, I don't think so. I think Liverpool will come out. I think they will do what Liverpool would do. They still have Cody Gakpo who's down there who could plug in some holes down there in their attack. Ekitike is fast. He looks good. He's smashing in goals. He already has a good, opening sequence in the Premier League, and I think he can score more goals for Liverpool because he looks dangerous. But the thing there is that we know that Newcastle on a good day can step up. But what Newcastle would play today? Is it the Newcastle that would just down tools and say, you know what, yeah, they're the champions, Or is it the Liverpool that would say, you know what, yeah, we're at home, we can go bar for bar with you, we can go pound for pound with you, You want our striker, we don't want to give you our striker, but would actually show you reasons, Isaac, why you should actually stay at Newcastle. So play against Liverpool and hunt them. So, I mean, it depends. I don't know how it's going to be. What I know is that I'm going to be doing a watch along. It's going to be a big, big, big game. Let's get to what Spider-Man 44 said, because I respect him also. He says, I'm looking forward to that match. There was something he said about Chelsea. I can't find it. But anyway, maybe I'm still on the right track. Spider-Man 44 said, I'm looking forward to that match. My whole family are Liverpool fans. Wow. Okay, so you're the only Chelsea fan. That's huge, man. That's huge. I'm looking forward to that match. My whole family are Liverpool fans. Even my in-laws, it's only me that's a Chelsea. Yeah, I think our main problem is our defense. Yeah, Cucurella and all that stuff. Cucurella has been okay. I mean, he hasn't really been worse off, but I mean, lots of changes need. But I mean, your goalkeeper, man. Your goalkeeper, man. I mean, your goalkeeper, man. I mean, what team, yeah, spends on all these players, yeah, but have all these shitty goalkeepers, bro? Yeah. Are you guys still using Sanchez, people? I mean, all these teams, yeah. I mean, I was looking at that West Ham. Oh my, oh my days. Oh my days, bro. Why do all these teams spend all this money but don't want to buy a quality goalkeeper? People, I'm seeing Manchester City just running away with that Donnarumma link, people. He might be a Manchester City goalkeeper by the end of the summer transfer window. Why isn't Chelsea and all these other teams, yeah, going for that kind of quality market opportunity in the market. Why? Donnarumma will serve Chelsea well, well. People, I don't understand it. I don't understand why Manchester United isn't in the fight to get Donnarumma right now over the line. But you know what? Yeah, I like all these my enemies. Let them falter. Let them fall. Right now I don't really care. We have David Raya. It looks okay. He had a shaky preseason, but it looks like he's gotten back to full fitness. I mean, he just got married. Probably maybe he's just dragging his feet. But right now the season is up and running. I mean, he's got himself back. People, because Saka is now proclaimed injured for about 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know if this is a gimmick. I don't think it's a gimmick. Usually, I always think it's a gimmick because Bukayo Saka is always someone that always wants to play. We all know this. He always wants to play. And we have that crunch game against Liverpool in the weekend. If he's not injured, truthfully, Bukayo Saka will be that one to raise his hand and say, you know what, yeah, I want to play. It's a must. I want to be here. I want to play. It's that guy that would say, I want to play. He doesn't pretend in that. He would say, I want to play. He'd rather get injected with lots of morphine and get the pain subside and play the game. Even injured, he doesn't care, But for them to proclaim that with some certain kind of rumors out there that it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks and he might miss the Liverpool game, I think it could be true, people. What are our options playing against Liverpool without Bukayo Saka, people? Do we go with Madueke? People, also be reminded that Madueke played on the right-hand side most of the time for Chelsea. It was at the tail end of last season, presumably. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Spider-Man 44, because that's about your team. And that's because of what happened to Modric, and he wasn't really performing at the time. That was when they now took Madueke and moved him down the left-hand side. He didn't really produce down the left-hand side. Understandably, it's not in his wheelhouse, but it was always producing from the right-hand side. It was always getting to dangerous areas from the right-hand side. I'm talking of Madueke. If you check his hit map, most of the assists he got, most of the goals contribution that he had, and the goals that he scored all came from playing through that right-hand side from Chelsea. So, in other words, why can't we use Madueke down that right-hand side? And if there's one thing we're going to gain from Madueke, it's his directness. He might not offer us anything in terms of end product, but he's very direct. I'm seeing some certain kind of balls he's just sending across. He doesn't have to dress the ball 100 times like Martin Odegaard or what Martinelli would do. No, sometimes he just gets the ball, kisses and hugs the byline, and with some certain form of urgency, he just sends the ball across. If he can just do that, I'm okay. Just find and look for Gyokeres. Set him up, set him on the run. That's what you need to do. So, I mean, am I correct in that Madueke analysis or am I wrong? Spider-Man 44 says, I would love Mike Mine again. Oh, okay. But the club want to give Sanchez a chance. After the club World Cup, the manager don't really back him, but the club does. We'll see, I guess. I mean, let's see, man. Let's see. Let's see what happens. They still have Chiesa, who is going under the radar. Yeah, Chiesa. But again, Chiesa have also admitted also at the football club that is okay with Anslot actually using him as a bit part player. Is okay with that too. So I mean, so it shows that he's not gonna be featured more times. He's only that kind of a guy that will come in as a closer, when the game is won, or maybe when an injury, or maybe tired legs, or he's not gonna feature, predominantly for them. It's top quality, but I mean, I don't think so. Maybe in the FA Cups, maybe in the Carling Cups, but I don't really think it's going to feature that much. But again, when he showed that quality in the goal he scored in their first game, I mean, he has that kind of quality to come off the bench and drop a stunner like that. Yeah, it's in his wheelhouse. Spider-Man says Madueke is a right wing. He can play left wing, but not as well as right. Exactly. That's exactly what you get from Madueke is chaos, which is good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Get into danger spots, get into danger areas, cause some confusion. In and about the 18-yard box. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. So if that happens, good and okay. I'm good with that, people. See ya, people. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, I would be with my brother, Waffle Don TV, 5 p.m. UK time. So join us for that one. I'll be doing the watch along Newcastle versus Liverpool. I'll be doing a hate along for that show. So people kindly join me and Spider-Man 44, The Assembled, Godfrey, brother, every one of you that are here, please join me for that one and keep us company while we watch that matchup today. And Spider-Man, please subscribe to the channel, man. And it's been nice to be seeing you down here. And, and even one day you could, even if you decide, I could get you on the channel and we could be doing something here too. So big ups to you, but I just trying to tell you that I really respect your takes and I respect you coming, even as a Chelsea fan, coming to my channel to even support me or give me any iota of audience. I really, really do appreciate that. Big ups to you, Spider-Man 44. Big ups to you, The Assembled, my moderator. Big ups to you, Godfrey, my moderator, and someone who is always there for me too. Big up to you. And every other person who joined me today, big up to you. I'll catch you guys soon. From me, I'm out, and I'll be back with you in an hour's time. Peace, people.